Okay, hey, hello. So, let's watch another video together. This time a professional pilot actually flying two-liner C wing, fully accelerated, and he gets collapse. So let's watch and then we'll discuss what's happening.
Except for that one time where I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so as you've seen, this is a real collapse. It's not simulated. It's a real life thing. This is a real pilot, and the goal of this analysis is to see actually what does someone who has like 30 years of experience flying paragliders, because I believe this is what Greg has, does what does a person like this does when he gets a collapse and out of the blue, so to say. So let's watch this. And the first thing is actually to look at are his knees and the speed system. So you see this line here, it's the line between the pulleys. There's a speed line going here, and actually it's very short, indicates he's probably full speed or almost full speed accelerated in this moment. So let's have a look. So there is no really movement around the wing or something, so it wasn't like that he was doing there was some instability of the wing that caused this collapse. The thing is that whenever you fly full speed, your margin to a collapse it decreases, so it's much easier to get a collapse out of the blue. And this is actually where you enter like a mass of sinking air, for example, and this is actually what probably has happened here. And now if we watch, now you see it. So now you see his knee already here. So the wing is he's probably lost the tension already a little bit in the lines, but it's happening so fast, his reaction with the knees, that the wing is still a little bit deformed, but he's just starting to deform. And at this moment he's already like bending his knees under his ass, and he's releasing the speed. So you see this part here is already longer than before. The reason for this is that whenever you have your knees under your ass, you basically put the mass of your legs closer to the center of your mass. So whenever, if the wing would do some asymmetric turning or would get some asymmetric collapse or something, and it start to turn abruptly, it's much easier to follow with your body this turning quick movement. So actually you're decreasing the risk of twist significantly by doing this. So this is the reason for bending the knees. Now you see the wing is already deformed, legs are fully bent, the speed is fully released. No, and his hands stay up all the time. So he had the hands on the risers and they stay where they were. It's no braking or nothing. Now what happens is that so he was flying something 50, I don't know how fast this wing is, 50-55 kilometers per hour, and his wing decided not to fly anymore. So basically what happens here is that you have inertia, so you continue with this speed and you start to fall because there is no lift. And the wing is like a huge drag chute actually behind you, trying to stop you, and you get in this situation where you continue and your wing doesn't. So actually it's the reason why the wing stays behind you. And yeah, so what Greg does now is he starts to look up. So it is 1 second now actually, and he's already looking behind at the wing, checking out what's actually going on, and he's gonna keep looking at the wing all the time to be able to correct for whatever happens with the wing. So there are some things that you can feel, but it's much better actually to watch the wing, and this is what he does. And I'll just tell you that you need to get a level of experience and training to be able to do this, because if you're not trained, and this is the, you get those type of collapses pretty rarely normally, and if you are not trained, you don't have experience with this, if you get just thrown into the front, actually almost on your back like this, because this is what happens if you are fully accelerated, then you're gonna freak out with high probability. And I mean, I'm freaking out. I was freaking out in a situation like this. So when I'm scared or surprised, yeah, and I won't be able to move my head up to watch the wing, because I'm just gonna go at some kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna freak out and not be able to move, or not be thinking about moving my head even to look at the wing. So it's not so obvious already. Yeah? Something that needs a lot of training. So this immediate reaction with legs, with the speed. And you may you may wonder, but actually, if you freak out, you may just forget to release your speed bar. Ask me how I know. And yeah, so this all needs training, basically. This reaction. We are now 1-2 seconds into all of this, so this is happening really quickly, and he's already out of speed, legs bent in the knees under his ass, looking on the wing, and his hands up. There is no braking, nothing. He's just there. Actually, now he lost. I mean, he let the risers and watching the wing and waiting. Now you see his hands are moving out, and he's making a wrap. So if you fly like accelerated, you are flying with risers. Your hands on your risers, and you are controlling the wing by the risers. And for this, actually, you have to unwrap your lines from your hand, because otherwise there is not enough slack line in your brakes to not to deform the profile if you are fully accelerated. And but now he wants to have like a brake control, and the best way to, from my experience also, to brake is with a half wrap. And it improves your authority on the brake. The braking lines are a bit shorter, so you have more authority, especially in those two liners where the braking lines tend to be pretty long. And the other aspect is that, at least this is the way I fly with the wrap, so that actually I touch the line with my finger and a little bit, and I feel the tension on the line with my finger. So basically it gives much better feeling and control flying with the half wrap. And this is actually what he's doing. So now you see his both hands are wrapping the lines over his hands, and this is also a pretty quick intuitive reaction if you do it a lot. I mean, going out of the risers, I mean, if you fly with the wrap first thing, and then you go out and in of the wrap and to the risers and back, I mean, using brakes and rear risers, and you basically are gonna do this a lot. So the important part is recency of your flying, and if you're recent and you do it a lot, then it's gonna be instinctive, and it's gonna take no time actually to do. So now he has full authority for the braking, and now what happens is that the wing starts finally to fly again. It has still some small, I mean, the tips are folded, it's still not a cravat because it's just starting to fly. There's not enough airspeed yet in the wing to make the internal pressure, actually, to provide the internal pressure of the wing to unfold this. But this is gonna happen, and now this is the moment where the wing is over his head, and he starts to move his hands. He starts to break the wing. Only now. It's now, if you see, this is 4 seconds after the collapse has started. He's braking, and now he's braking. He's going for a deep brake. This is actually what you need if you fly a dynamic, like a C-wing, two liners dynamic wing, basically. So you need to provide pretty hard braking to stop this shooting forward, because now you are slow and the wing is accelerating from behind, um, and so this is so the wing is faster than you, so you have to brake it so that it doesn't fly too much forward, because if it does, then you get another collapse. and I believe we've seen videos like this on this channel. Then the second collapse, then actually you may get quickly into the cascade. So actually what he does is he's looking at the wing, watching where it is. Once it's over his head, shooting forward, he applies a lot of brake, and he watches the wing. And now you see now the wing stopped moving forward, and he released his hands. And actually we go back a little bit now. I just forgot to tell you one thing. So now you see he's braking, and now looking on the wing, his left hand, this one, stays where it is, and his right hand is modulating actually this braking action based on what he sees and feels. So you see this? There's this like small correcting moves on this based on what his wing is doing. Now the wing stopped moving forward, and he's immediately releasing the brake. Because if you keep too long, you're gonna stall it. So basically, he releases, and on the funny part, he is grabbing the riser with his left hand, or actually resting his hand on the risers. So this is one of those instinctive reactions actually that we have humans, that if some things happen we tend to grab something, or if we fall we tend to support ourselves. So basically my experiences when I get fully accelerated collapse like this out of the blue, it has happened to me once, that when then you've seen this, you actually go onto your back because the wing stays behind, it pulls you behind, and you do this huge pendulum in the front, and you're on your back. So at the end of the day, your body may instinctively search support, and this is actually what I did in my collapse. And so I put my right hand with the brake deep under my ass, and I didn't realize it. So when the wing starts to fly, actually I get into a spin. Or a helicopter, if it wasn't a helicopter, but kind of like if you want to make it more acrobatic, then yeah, but it was a spin. So basically, yeah, those are those reflexes that may happen, and by training a lot, you may be able. I mean, I'm still getting those things actually unconsciously, but yeah, but it happens less. So this is actually what I can say from my experience. But it doesn't matter here. It's just yeah, I just wanted to mention this point about some things that you train a lot and you can train it to perfection, and other things they are just human nature, and it's just difficult. I'm not sure if not impossible to get rid of them. Yeah. So let's continue. So now he's stopped his wing from shooting forward. Now he applies brakes again just for a little while to stabilize actually this movement of the wing, because he feels that he's still, and there's a little bit of pendulum. So he does a small correction, and there his hands go back up to the rollers basically. So summing up, it all happens very quickly. So now we are it was 55 when it all started, so it was 9 seconds all of this story, and it took him actually, if you go back, it was 302, and now he's gonna start to, so it was 3 seconds of braking and 4 seconds of doing not nothing, or not braking after the collapse. So the collapse happened 55 until 59. He did actually no brake action. In this case, I mean, every case is different, but he was watching what his wing is doing, and based on what his wing was doing, he was waiting for the proper moment to react. And then in another 4 seconds, 3 seconds actually to stabilize the wing. So it all needs, you see, this is all happening very quickly, and you need to be able actually to react instinctively and very quickly in different types of movements that you have to do. So bend your knees, release the speed, Then look at the wing, then wrap, go out of the rear riser steering mode into the brake steering mode, where you wrap the lines over, you make half wrap over your head, and then watching the wing, and then applying the brake at the right moment to stop the shooting and stabilize the wing. So basically, yeah, this is what you see with the pilot with 30, how the pilot with 30 years of experience of flying, actually professional pilot that actually does this for a living, uh, how he reacts, and yeah, and then ask yourself if you're current enough with your flying and training reactions to collapses or other abrupt movements in the air, so that you would also be able to react this way. And if you do, then you see a big collapse like this is actually 9 seconds of action, and then it's gone. It's nothing serious actually if you react in the right way. So let me know if I missed something, if you think something could be improved, or whatever you think about this video. And then of course, like if you liked, unlike if you didn't like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and there's this bell icon to get a notification. So also please hit this, because apparently there are many people who subscribe but they don't watch those videos because they don't watch their subscribed videos. So if you hit this notification button, then you get notification when I put another video, and I try to put them every week. And I hope you like my new pointer. It's actually much better than to see what's going on than the previous ones. So see you watching another video soon, I hope. Bye.